Encounter is brought to you by the Broome County Council of Churches.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Sellepack. I'm the host for Encounter today, and I'm the Executive Director at the Broome County Council of Churches, and good morning. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Wendy's Walk for Kids, and to help me talk about Wendy's Walk for Kids is Keli Cooper, and then also we're going to talk a little bit about Mom's House, and Laurie Bowen is, did I get that right?
Bowen.
Bowen. I know
You're
I knew I was going to get it wrong. I actually read it a couple of times this morning, but Laurie Bowen from the Executive Director from Mom's House is with us today too. So let's talk a little bit about why this event is important to our community. And maybe Keli, could you start us off on that?
Well, the Wendy's Walk for Kids was started out of the initiative of the Dick's Sporting Goods Open, and they wanted to do a walk that would, help increase the amount that they could give to charities. And, we started looking and we looked at June, which is originally when the Dick's Sporting Goods Open was held. Yeah. June's Children's Awareness Month, and who can't get behind something having to do with kids? We were all kids, we all know. We all remember that time in our life and wish we could go back to it, I'm sure.
And maybe we reflect that sometimes.
Yes, we do. But you start to realize that not every child may not have been afforded the opportunities that we were. Right. And through no fault of their own, they find themselves in a circumstance, whether it be medical or situational, whatever it is, that they need some support. And there are a lot of programs in our community that do support children in these areas, and we wanted to find a way to help give them support. And so the walk was born, and it's a great way to give back to the kids in our community.
No, I know that Wendy's as an organization has had kids on its heart for a long time. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, of course. Dave Thomas, our founder, himself was adopted. And he found himself at the age of 13 working hard and being adopted, and made his way, self-made man without an education. And he started the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, who's at the time, their primary purpose was just to increase awareness for foster care adoption, because he was so appreciative of being adopted and being given the opportunities that he was at his age, that he wanted to make sure that children everywhere had that opportunity. And so of course that was near and dear to his heart. And when he passed, he left several legacy values, and two of which were to do the right thing and to give something back. And Wendy's feels like they can, the area Wendy's feel like they can do that, and are doing just that with the Wendy's Walk for Kids.
Yeah, I know that that there have been several organizations that have been helped by the Wendy's Walk for Kids over a course of time. So a lot of those organizations, all of them have something to do with kids.
Oh, absolutely, and all in this community. I mean, the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is a national organization, obviously. However, they sponsor an adoption recruiter here in Binghamton through the Wendy's Wonderful Kids program. And so what we do each year is we always have the Foundation for Adoption as one of our recipients, and then we choose 3 local organizations that serve children in our community as well. So we've had the opportunity to help several organizations like, A Room to Heal and the Institute for Child Development at BU. I know they use some of their funds towards their outdoor playground facility, and A Room to Heal was able to move some of their administration and actually have an office and have some more administrative capabilities to do all the rooms that they're out in the community and doing, and the Children's Home and Discovery Center. They're just, and the great part about it, and now we have Mom's House this year, and this year we have the Handicapped Children's Association and Broome County Urban League joining us. The great part about it is all the relationships that get formed, and you get to meet, Laurie, you've had the opportunity to meet other folks in the area that have a similar heart to reach kids and help kids in our community.
Well, and that's a great segue. So let's talk a little bit about Mom's House and what you do, and how this money is going to be used to help further your mission.
Okay. Well, Mom's House is a nonprofit organization. We offer free child care to low-income single parents who are trying to complete their education. We do that so that they can be financially independent and realize a brighter future. We, the founders of Mom's House, and research shows that the number one barrier to single parents getting their education is finding affordable child care. Right. So we fill that void by offering them that free child care and other support services as well. So, for example, we have mandatory once-a-month workshops that moms are to attend, and we try to address those issues that we feel are really important and really would help them in their effort for success, and such as how to complete your resume, how to even maybe dress for success, and how to interview. Nutrition and parenting skills as well are a part of that program, and it's different different things like that. So that's what we do.
And so you help children by you offer child care on the one hand, but then you also offer
it's a parent program and support emotional support as well. Yes, it's twofold. In our we have a licensed daycare center, and so we're watching their child while they're going to school. We also watch while they're studying. We have a great study room at Mom's house, and so they can sign up for study time, and we will watch their child then too. So we try to think of different ways we can support them and help them in their effort to get meet their academic goals.
And do you help children with academics too, or
we have a great preschool program, and so we have we are licensed, so we follow all those guidelines, but we are very we've had a lot of different the licensors come through and see how we run our program, and we've always just had a lot of recognition for how well we run our daycare. And yes, it's a great curriculum. All our teachers are licensed, and very creative program, and we're very proud of it.
Well, and you should. and I know that you all were affected by the flood in 2011. That there was a lot of damage done to your building. Are you all up and running? Covered?
We moved back into our building this past September. We're thrilled to be back, and what we did to sort of safeguard our building from future flood damage, if that should ever occur, we built a second level onto Mom's house, and we put all the mechanicals upstairs. We put the furnace, the electrical, phone system, and the nice thing about it too is if we did have a dry run, I would say, we could move everything from the base or from the first level upstairs. All our cribs, high chairs, even the copier, which is invaluable when you're going through.
Well, of course it is.
As you know, probably, right? The computers and so forth. So we can move all those up, and our recuperation time would be a lot less than we had. The rebuild it took us a year to rebuild and get back into that building. So that would not be the case if this were to ever happen again. We also put the outside our building. We're located on Harry L. Drive, and you can kind of see when you're driving by to the left of the building, we elevated the air handler and the air conditioning unit and so forth. So we try to do everything we could possibly do, including putting waterproof, that styrofoam or that foam insulation and so forth. So we try to do everything we could think of to waterproof the building, so to speak.
It's amazing to me how things have changed in just a few short years.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, Wendy's knows a little bit about flooding too, don't they?
Yes. I've been sandbagging a few times, and we have been. We had several employees that were affected by the most recent flood, and also on a personal ministry level, we were involved. Our church was involved.
Yeah, very
with
much.
The Flood Relief Center. So
you attend First Presbyterian Church in Johnson City, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Peake and I have been working on all kinds of stuff together. It's been pretty cool.
It was amazing how God used the flood. From what year was that?
2011.
No, the flood before 2011.
2006.
I couldn't remember if it was 05 or 06. The 2006 flood to prepare our church for the 2011 flood. It was the experiences that we learned from Conklin Press that we were able to open our own flood relief center and really help people in the Johnson City and Vestal, Binghamton areas.
Yeah, and it's amazing to me how Wendy's Walk for Kids kind of mirrors some of that. I mean, you help a lot of people. That's the great thing. You help a lot of, and what we're finding is not just kids, but you help families. You're helping people across the board that way.
I think you find that with any of the organizations like Mom's House or the Broome County Urban League and the Handicapped Children's Association. When you're helping children, you're helping families. Because in turn, by helping their child, I know for me personally, if someone is helping my child, I'm lifted up. And I'm standing up taller and my shoulders are back because I know that my child's being cared for and is being encouraged. So when we can do that for children, and even though we're not directly doing that for a child, we're doing it through these other organizations, it really is it's a blessing and a gift, and the hours that you work or whatever that you put into this, they're not work, because we love what we do. I mean, we have a team, there's a team of 5 of us with the walk that get together. We meet every month, and we meet with our charity recipients every month, and so about once a week, the 5 of us are together at some sort of meeting, and we love it. We just, it's contagious.
It would be, and it should be. I mean, that's one of the greatest things about being involved in nonprofits, is that you get to care for people, and it makes it work for our community, I think.
I can tell you too that they're very organized. It's wonderful to work with their team as one of the recipient charities. Now, we do meet once a month, but they also have several fundraisers, as you probably get to, but that we participate in as well. And I mean, it's just it's a nice group effort. We're all working together for a great cause. And it's a wonderful, I'm not sure how long ago it started. Did you say?
It started in 2009. This is our 5th year.
Okay.
Right now.
And affected a lot of organizations in a mighty way. So we're as a recipient charity, we're very grateful that this is that you have the Wendy's Walk.
Thank you. We've grown quite a bit. In 2000, you mentioned we started in 2009, and we did it in 8 weeks' time. From the time that Dick's called us to the time that we had the walk, and we distributed over $40,000 that year. Had 150 people walk, and then if you look at last year, year 4, we had over 700 people walk and distributed nearly $200,000.
Wow!
And we were awarded the Charity of the Year award by the Champions Tour this year.
Oh, nice.
In January, and along with that came a $30,000 cash award. So it was nice to be recognized in that way, but even greater that the organizations got an extra push.
I also have to add, because you might assume that this is something nationwide, but this Wendy's Walk is really a local charity organization, and so that's pretty impressive too, that you've been able to do that. I think that's a.
Now, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit, or at least show our viewers a little bit about how they can get involved, and what are some of the events that are coming up that people can look at.
Well, the signature event obviously is the walk itself. The Wendy's Walk for Kids takes place during.
It is a walk.
It is a walk. It's become so much more, but it is a walk, and it takes place on the final round of the Dick's Sporting Goods Open on Sunday, August 18th. 5 o'clock we walk, and we have 3 different walk routes. We walk at Enjoy Golf Course, and the 3 different routes range from 1 mile to 2 miles, depending on your endurance level and your kid's endurance level. My child will be walking the 1 mile. It's $15 to register, and the easiest way is just go right online, wendyswalk.com. Real simple. You follow all the instructions. You can get signed up if you don't know what team to sign up on. Sign up on Laurie's team. Yes. Sign up on Mom's house. Or you can sign up on my daughter's. Sophie's Small Fries this year. She's changed her name every year. This year we're Small Fries. She's 7, by the way. She's recruiting. But kids walk free. Speaking of children, kids walk free, so you don't have to worry about paying for them. Everybody, t-shirts, free t-shirt while supplies last.
Well, it's always a great thing to get a free t-shirt.
Now, and it's really neat, because Johnny Hart's grandson, who draws BC, Mastriani, he's been drawing. He drew a new design